15 signs your partner is cheating. 1. Their schedule changes with no good explanation. Most people have pretty predictable schedules, and even if their schedule changes, there's usually a reason that makes sense. Someone who must work late, all of a sudden at times that go beyond a reasonable explanation may be cheating. That's especially true if this keeps happening when your partner has no new job, promotion, or project they're working on. 2. They have a decrease or increase in libido. It's more common for cheaters to decrease the frequency of sex at home, given that they're getting it elsewhere. But sometimes they try to have sex more at home. Guilt-ridden people may increase lovemaking at home to cover their tracks. But some may do so to satisfy a partner so that the partner will not be seeking sex at a later time when the cheater knows he or she won't be available. 3. They're suddenly unreachable. If your partner has a job that makes it tough to reach them during certain hours of the day, it doesn't mean they're cheating. But if you're suddenly struggling to reach them when you could in the past, and it's a consistent issue, that should raise a red flag. Cheaters need privacy and blocks of uninterrupted time. Someone engaged in an ongoing affair must be periodically unreachable. After all, they don't want to risk you hearing suspicious voices or background noises. 4. Their phone habits change. This can include a range of things, like changing their password or keeping their phone on them all the time when they used to leave it sitting out. These changes are indicative of the deception that cheating always involves and therefore are strong signs of cheating. 5. Their friends don't seem as friendly as they used to be. Cheaters tend to be less careful about covering their tracks in front of friends versus you. And, of course, people tend to confide in their friends. As a result, there is a good chance your partner's friends may know what's really going on before you do. Those friends may end up feeling uneasy and anxious around you because they know something you don't. 6. They seem to be around less than usual. Cheaters have to make time for their fling, and that time usually comes from time you once spent together. Also, if the affair has gone on for a while, there may be demands placed upon them by their paramour to spend more time together. It's perfectly okay and expected to ask your partner what's going on when they're suddenly not around as much as usual. 7. They're suddenly paying more attention to their appearance for no apparent reason. Sometimes people decide to focus on their appearance as part of a New Year's resolution or want to lose weight for health reasons. But they're usually pretty open about it. The reasons and timing must make sense. If your partner is suddenly wearing cologne or spending a lot of money on new clothes, and it was never their thing in the past, it's not unreasonable to inquire why. If their answer doesn't make sense, it should raise a red flag. 8. They don't disclose details of their day anymore. People usually share intimate details of their day with their partner. But when they're cheating, that tends to shift to the new fling. As a result, they end up telling you less. When they already have someone to share this with, they might not even be aware they are no longer sharing with you. 9. Things don't add up with what they say and what actually happens. This is often how cheaters get caught. Maybe your partner says they needed to do something that doesn't add up, or someone they say they were with slips that they weren't. The truth is easy, but lies are hard to keep straight. Objective evidence supports truth but often conflicts with lies. 10. They accuse you of cheating. This is a weird but common habit of cheaters, and there are a few reasons for it. By making your alleged behavior the issue, it puts you on the defensive and takes the focus off of them. It can also make you less likely to speak up about things that seem off because you don't want to upset them, given that they're already worried that you're cheating. And it also gives them a reason to say they need time away to think, aka meet up with their lover. 11. They're suddenly really critical of you. There's something called cognitive dissonance that's an uncomfortable state of inner anxiety and tension created when a person's attitude about something is the opposite of what they're actually doing. To try to reduce that inner tension, they may try to justify their cheating by trying to convince themselves that you're the problem. And that can come out as being hypercritical of you out of nowhere. 12. They start giving you more gifts than usual. Of course, loving partners give gifts. But cheaters take this to the next level to cover their tracks. It can be a way of reassuring you that they love you and are devoted to you, so that any subtle sign of cheating the partner uncovers can be readily dismissed as something they would never do. 13. They get defensive when you ask why certain things have changed. Relationships change and evolve, but this should be something you can talk about as a couple. If there is an innocent explanation for why some things have changed, there is no need for defensiveness. A cheater may answer a question with a question, like, "Why do you ask?" or "Why is that important?" because they need more time to come up with an answer they can get away with. 14. The relationship issues you've had in the past don't seem to be there anymore. Every couple has some kind of issue that keeps surfacing. If it suddenly goes away, and there seems to be no reason for it, you should be concerned. This can be a sign of cheating or just that your partner has given up trying and is looking for a way out. A big sign that something is off with this: the tension isn't there anymore, but you don't feel connected either. 15. They're really on top of your schedule. It can feel a little odd when your partner keeps asking when you will and won't be home, and it should. The cheater needs to know the time slots when they can have the freedom and flexibility to spend time with their new romantic interest. They work hard not to get caught. If your partner is showing any of these signs, or things just don't feel right to you, it's perfectly acceptable to ask what's going on. Hopefully, there's a good explanation.